What's going on, guys? To celebrate the anime coming out tomorrow, which I'll be discussing why you should read Dr. Stone. So yeah, if you haven't checked out the manga whatsoever, that's what we'll be discussing today to see whether or not you should check it out, which you should. But yeah, and also there's a 13-minute preview on Toho Animation's website. If you want to check that out, I'll leave a link in the description um, to see whether or not you'll like to watch that or not. But here I am. There's basically no spoilers or anything like that, describing why you should read it and stuff, and tell you the main premises of what makes it Dr. Stone so great and why you should watch it. So yeah, let's get started with why you should read Dr. Stone. I do apologise. It was supposed to upload Toho Animation's YouTube page. So yeah. Anyway, let's get started. Dr. Stone is a story created by Riichiro. I know I said that wrong, but the creator of Ice Shield 21. Now, you may not know what that is, but it's the same artist. The artist is Yusuke Murata, the artist for One Punch Man. That fact alone should make you want to read Dr. Stone, but I'm going to tell you more, of course. The art is done by Boichi, who is the artist and writer for Sunken Rock. This is a weekly Shonen Jump manga series that only started in March 2017, with 100 plus chapters and 10 volumes so far. Dr. Stone is a series about a young scientist nerd named Senku, and his world is turned upside down when a meteor one day decided to hit the earth and turns the world into stone, and is stuck in the stone for thousands of years until he's finally released, and he begins his journey. But as the whole world is turned into stone, everything is set back to zero basically, and we are in the same state as of caveman times, and everyone is turned into stone other than some people that are not. But even after all that time, there is nobody that tried to come and save them, and like I said, it is all set back to zero, which sets us up for the fun stuff about the zone, which is not about fighting, not romance or racing, but science. Now, how do you make a Shonen Jump series about science fun or entertaining? I just want you to know. I don't want you to know. You don't need to know anything about science to understand love the story. They have to go out and seek certain materials for it's like a side quest in an RPG game. It's like a fun science lesson in the manga, but it's really about the characters that make the story amazing. Now let me tell you more about the character of Senku. He's of course not just being a smart scientist. He's charismatic, funny, and has a wacky character design. And not only is he crucial to the story, but crucial to the world of Dr. Stone and the future. Yes, you will get to the world we used to know, but Senku is the difference. Senku is basically there to create the basics for the world to necessarily help the world survive, because there are people on the planet who have still lived on it. But like I said, there's nothing like entertaining or worth living for. They just sit around with their tribes and do nothing essentially, and fight with one another. He is truly a special character in the world because of the information of science from the past to bring back into the future, and not just stays, also a leader in the groups and friends comes to find, not saying that this is only a one-man team. The others have key roles, as we'll get into later. In this world, as the world we know, he is essential for the world to process. If he didn't exist, essentially, all humans would be clueless of how to pick things up, or like pick things up and like progress in science and have a sense of direction. But he gives them that. Gives people a purpose in a world of nothingness. You might be thinking, wouldn't there be other people that came in and do this way he does? No. People will not have an idea of what things are. Like if we was in that situation, yes, we would know what a phone is, for example, but we wouldn't have no idea how to make them or grasp of the journey of making them. It's basically because unless I am being ignorant and you're someone who knows science, um, or know how to make something like that, it would take years to figure out because of Senku's passion for science years prior, before turning into stone, is the reason why we will have the things we have today, because he cared enough to learn about them while there was no need to learn about them, basically. He sees the world that is turned into basically an opportunity to show off his skills and rebuild civilization. Like I said, he won't be able to do this alone. He requires many friends along the way to help him get things done. Don't be fooled into thinking this is a shonen that he would be able to fight things off, because he wouldn't. Like I said, he's like a nerd and never had the time to train or anything, so he's very vulnerable, as you'll find early in the story. So he needs strong people around him to protect him, and also consider he can't do things alone. He needs the help of people taking care of casual labour jobs for him, making the clothes, putting in the hours and maintenance of things. But I think you get the point. So like a maintenance, like need to maintain sort of things like other things like farming and that sort of thing. Something I also love about this series is how with every little invention you see, it makes you appreciate in this world and realise how lucky you are to have them. It's the small things in life, really. It is. The story overall is great to learn about stuff while having a great plot and funny moments that don't really have to take yourself seriously despite being in a bad situation. We do have conflicts in the story which unfortunately puts our protagonist in serious danger, and the world essentially danger too. We see it all in anime and manga in different ideals and philosophy, but this time, like I've been saying, the whole world's future is at stake with Senku's knowledge. This is not just an adventure, don't worry, you will see awesome moments in combat, but it's not about combat, and you must have gathered that already. The anime is coming out tomorrow. I highly recommend you watching that. Of course, I believe it's going to bring loads of more people into this series, and I can't wait for that to happen, and many of you to join on board of the ride. I will be linking a video where I talk about Dr. Stone and the Promised Neverland and how it will be changing the manga industry, so you must check that out. So yeah, I'll leave that link in the description as well, alongside the 30-minute preview on Toho's YouTube page. It doesn't have any subtitles or anything like that, so you just be watching it essentially the first 13 minutes and stuff. I also have a why you should read Baki and why you should read the Promised Neverland videos. I'll leave them in the link of in the description as well. So yeah, Dr. Stone, July 5th. The chapter's coming out tomorrow, I think anyway. I would have thought so. I wouldn't think if anything different happening or going on. And the Promised Neverland chapter's coming out as well. So yeah, I'll be also doing some other videos along road as well. So yeah. Anyways, this video took less longer than I thought it would. It took a lot less longer than I thought it would take to make it. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I think that'll be it for today's video. I'll be doing much more why you should read, why you should watches in the future. I do have another channel called Tyler Biscuit, where I essentially talk about literally whatever I want, like gaming and that sort of thing. So yeah, I'll leave the rest of the gameplay for those who care. So yeah. Anyway, guys, love you all. See you next time. Peace.